Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, how are we doing? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my spoiler-free review for the finale of Invincible. And that's right, this is going to be totally spoiler-free. If you have not seen episode 8, do not worry, you're good to go, baby. However, I will be talking about things between episodes 1 and 7, so at least make sure you're up to date with that. And before I actually say anything, I want to apologise right now. Normally when a show like this comes out, I do an episode review week by week. And yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, I totally missed this, man. I found out about this show by about episode 3, and then realised, like, I can't do that anymore. But basically, to put it blunt, I binged the whole show yesterday. What a show, man. Firstly, I will talk about episode 8 in a non-spoiler way, and then I will talk about my general feelings and score of the entire show. Now, this episode, whoa. The show opens up, and it starts literally exactly where we left off in episode 7. Mark and Homelander are face-to-face. What an episode, mate. Just, if you've enjoyed the fighting in episodes 1 to 7, the fighting in here, yo. I think it's pretty safe to say this episode has the best fighting across the whole season, and that's saying a lot because the fighting in every episode is like top notch, 10 out of 10, insanity. But this episode went to another dimension, yo. There was multiple times I was like, literally just staring at the screen, mouth open, and I knew I was doing it. I was like, I don't even care. This is epic. Literally, this show, talk about it in a minute, this episode was epic, man. It's definitely a 10 out of 10 episode. There's no question in my mind. Aside from the violence, the story improved a lot in this episode. We have a nice broader spectrum of what the show is going for, and again, there is no spoilers, don't worry. Also, what I was not expecting, the emotions, they're on point, man. I was kind of getting teary-eyed at one point. I was like, oh, this is so good. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the episode had everything, and I genuinely mean that, man. Even the ending was really good. I'm always worried about how shows end, especially after like their first season, but I was very happy with how this ended. And yeah, man, this episode was absolutely insane. If you're a fan of the show, you're gonna be happy. Like, you're gonna be so happy. This episode was sick, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's pretty obvious. For me, this episode is getting the 10 out of 10 God tier rating. Now, I just want to talk about like the show as a package and how I feel, because I've never covered it on the channel. It's rare that a first season of a show can lure me in so good. Bro, I felt like a little fish getting reeled in, mate. Amazon Prime, just, they know what they're doing, man. They've done it with The Boys, which is one of my favourite shows ever made. They've done it with Invincible. I'm just keeping it real. I know I've been asked by you guys bare times, like, make a top 10 best TV shows. This could be there, man. And for me to say that after one season, that is saying a lot. I just can't believe for an animated show, nothing is real on screen. There's only voice actors, by the way. Voice acting across the whole show, properly sick. I don't know how I'm feeling so much for an animated show. It's incredible. Like, they are doing stuff that other TV shows, superhero movies, we've never seen before, and yet it kind of feels real. It's hard to explain, man. When you know someone has superpowers and they go up against someone who ain't got superpowers, you know they're getting wrecked, man. I don't know what it is. There's just like a gritty realness to this show, even though it's an animated show. There's something about it that I really love, man. Again, I can sit here all day and praise this show. Amazon Prime, big up. Everyone who worked on this show, you need a bro fist, mate. Genuinely, I don't have enough time for this review to give the amount of praise that this show deserves, man. Just, the fighting is sick. The music is on point. The storytelling is so good. Twists and turns, left, right, and centre. You don't see nothing coming. The show just keeps you on your feet non-stop. There was genuinely not 1 second I was bored in this, man. I binged the whole show yesterday. I loved every single second, mate. I liked all the heroes. I love all the villains, man. And you know, I'm really picky on my villains because I am about that villain life. I just think villains are the best thing ever. And this show done a well good job, man. To be honest, like, for me to like every single character in a show is really hard to come by, man. They hit the nail on the head with this episode, man. Sorry, this entire show, mate. They made a God tier show, and that is my score. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give Season 1 of Invincible 10 nerds out of 10. I just want to say right now, man, thank you so much to every single person who went out of their way and told me how good this show was, man. You guys, all of you lot, you were right. This show, I nearly said it's Invincible. I was about to say, this show is unbelievably good. And yeah, we got the news yesterday. I'm going to say it now. We're getting Season 2 and 3, mate. Absolutely gassed, and they deserve it. because the show is so good, man. Ladies and gentlemen, have you seen the finale? Have you finished the show? Whatever it is, please let us all know down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all in a bit.